Hiya! Well, this is only going to be a short one, I think, because it shouldn't take long to do. But, wiper stalk. Now, I'm told that this is an upgrade, so I've got one. Auris. So I ordered Auris, whatever it's called. Anyway, one of them wiper stalks. As you can see, it's an upgrade because it's bigger and thicker. And it's got this on it, you see, there. So you can change the speed of the intermittent wipers. Now, according to this, you can put the rear one on low or high speed, but some nog took the rear wiper off this, so I won't know if that'll work. I mean, I can tell if the pump's working, but that's all I can tell. Anyway, so we're going to fit that. I'm hoping it's a direct fit, because if it's not, then I'm not going to bother. But yeah, I'm going to fit that on and see if now, because perfect timing for it, as you can see, you know, nice and sunny, not a rain cloud in sight. We'll talk about also the wipers. Anyway, first we've got to take the steering wheel off, and well, I'll just have a look how to do that. I'll watch some shit video on YouTube how to take the steering wheel off. Right, so let's find a video on how to take the steering wheel off. I seem to remember doing one. Yes, that shitter. Look at this shit every time. Fucking open on YouTube. Right, good morning and welcome back to the channel. As I always say, don't forget to smash the like button. That steering wheel off, which has got two T30s, one on each side there. So we take them off, get the airbag off, and then we'll come back. So this is right, that'll do, professionally explained as ever. Right, let's crack on. Right, so as was explained in that video, we have to take off. Now there's one on each side here. Hold on, let's open the door. Yes, steering locks, come on. Right, see that in there? Inside there is torque bits, T30 torque bits. Fucking hell, which knob put them on there tight? Yes. I better get some ratchet on that, Anna. Anyway, you can see what I'm doing. Right, it's T30s in there, one on each side. You might have to turn the steering wheel round to access them, but I'm going to undo them. I'm going to pull the airbag off, which I've already shown, pull the steering wheel off, which I've already shown, and then I'm going to fit the wiper switch. So, airbag off. You should probably disconnect the battery, but well, if it goes off on my face, it'll probably pop my nose, won't it? Steering wheel off, 90mm. Yes. And then this bit now, you're supposed to have a puller for this. Yeah, I've probably got one somewhere, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to pull the steering wheel really hard. And when you do pull it, if you're going to pull it by hand, you do have to pull it really hard, and it feels like you're going to break something. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. And that leaves you in this sort of situation if you can't be bothered unplugging the wires, like me. So as you can see, I've got the steering wheel sort of balanced on my penis, whilst removing screws. The same screws as we removed last week to do something else. Oh, that changed the colour of the switch, yeah, that was it. I think this car's been apart more times than it's been together. Right, so that's that off. Now, this here now, this needs pulling off, which comes off like that. Little switches on each side, pull that down there, and everything's falling off. This is where the airbag, sort of like you really don't want it going off when it's resting there. Anyway, now, to take this off, this here, this appears to clip out. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it looks like it just pulls out. But before I do that, I'm going to plug the new one in and see if it works. And I'll turn the ignition on with all this, like this. So, to unplug that, there's actually little tabs there, so you can unplug that like that. That one the same. And then plug it into a new one, in the same manner, as you can see. And then, let's see if it works. So, ignition on. And then, hang on. Oh, it's down on this, isn't it? So push it downwards. We've got it on intermittent. Let's turn it down. I don't know what time it is. And turn it so it's longer. Yes. Yes, that is longer. So it appears that that's worked. And then net setting, full speed, max power. Make sure that yes, everything's working. Turn that off and see if the pump works. Yeah, the pump's working for the rear. Don't know if the rear wiper works, obviously, because that's not anywhere to be seen. So let's put it into place. So for that, let's turn it off so we don't fuck anything up. Let's turn it off. Let's push this out of here. There we go. That's it. That was hard, wasn't it? And then this would be easier with two hands. Have I just been filming the inside of my fucking hand? Just a minute. Right, this here now. You see this now? Like I say, it'd be easier if I unplugged it, but nah. Yes. Yes. So that's working. So we just put it back together. Right, so we want to put this back in and then sort of like balance everything in sort of like a circus act. And the airbag now is pulling everything apart because I haven't taken it apart properly because too lazy. So now this little clock spring or cock spring or cock ring or whatever you want to call it, that wants pushing back into place. Yes, horn's working. Horn is still working. Horn keeps on going off. Yes. Because the reason why the horn's going off, by the way, is because that wire there has come off the back, and that is the horn lock. And it's earthing out on the steering wheel that I've just put back onto the steering column. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's put it back together. And this wants to be sort of centralised. You can't. Oh, I'm making a bit of a balls up of showing this, aren't I? Because it's not really showing anything. That wants to be somewhere near the middle, and then we put our steering wheel back on. There is a mark on it, which you can't see very well on there, but there is a mark on it, which I put on last time I took it apart. So that should be back on in the same place, and the steering wheel shouldn't be upside down while I'm going down the road. So now, we'll just put the nut back on. It's just the opposite of what we did to take it apart. Simple as that. Torque to spec. Yep. And then we put our earbag back in. Need to connect the horn back up, which is there. Right. Yes. Yes. Now put our airbag screws back in, and then we're done. Well, when I say done, I mean I forgot to put this on. So just join all this back together, and it's sort of, well, I mean I've done this a few times, but I need to sort of squeeze it together. So I don't really need to show that. So I put that back together, put the screws back in, and then I'm going to give that a bit of a clean because it's covered in some sort of smeg. So last screw. There we go. Finishing touches. Just could go wrong. Make sure it's not taking off paint off. Is it taking the paint off? Just read it more on to find out. Yes. Yes. And there we have it, the finished result. I mean, this, like I say, we're a bit dirty and it's got, you know, paint's worn off it a little bit. But it were about 15 quid, you know, probably not even that. So nice, cheap upgrade. And now, as I've already demonstrated, turn the wipers on. Intermittent. That's on the, well, this is on the fastest speed. And then slowest speed. Waiting a while. Slowest speed. Yep, there we go. Right, and everything in between. So I'll just do a video of doing every different, you know, inclination of the speed setting. But yeah, it's come up all right with a bit of brake cleaner. I thought it might have taken the paint off, but it didn't, fortunately. So yeah, good cheap mod, 15 quid or so, 10 minutes to fit, banging, happy days. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check out Instagram. It's just same as what's on here really, but not as good. But yeah, and yeah, see you next time. So I'd just like to add on the end here, when you take the steering wheel off, you know, before you take it off, put a mark on it, because I used an old mark from one of the numerous times this steering wheel's been off in the past, and it wasn't a very good mark neither. And then I just put it back on and thought, yeah, that'd be right. And it's about the when I'm driving, which, you know, obviously it should be about the, you know, or even that way a bit better, because, you know, the weight of your right arm pulling down, it's better. But yeah, anyway, so that's quite annoying. So I'm gonna have to take the steering wheel off again. But wiper switch at least there seems to work really well.